Stop making excuses for where you are in life because you are to blame. Now, I want to say at the beginning of this video as almost like a disclaimer. If you're that person that has a victim mentality mindset and you blame everyone and anyone for all the problems you have in life right now, this video is not for you. Because the purpose of this video is to come in with some harsh truths that many of you need to hear. And the individual that doesn't want to watch this video and may get triggered, you actually need to hear what I'm about to say. So stick around if you want to be woken up, empowered, and hopefully motivated to go on to make the most of your life simply by taking accountability of everything that's happened, the good, the bad, the ugly. Making no excuses, because the truth is no one cares about your problems. So, the harsh truth. There are people out there with a victim mentality. I see it all the time as a content creator in my comment section about all kinds of problems which we're going to get into, like common ones that we see all the time. Now, the problem is people will blame the cost of living for having no money. They'll blame their parents for where they are, having no money. They'll blame the government for the situation they're in. They'll blame an ex-partner for the divorce and having no money. They'll blame society for not having enough and looking at everyone else's perfect life and feeling miserable and suffering with mental health issues. And people will blame things such as, well, I don't have time to change my life. I can't lose weight because I don't have time. But yet you have time to put all that food in your mouth and then complain about it online or whatever it might be. Everyone has time. But these are common things that we hear from victim mentality, Karens, moaning mics, where it's everyone's fault other than theirs. Now, life to me is very simple. You have the ability to make choices throughout your life in a sequence, and then that leads you up to where you are. So for me, it's about taking responsibility and having no excuses for where you've been, where you are now, and where you're going. Now, whether you believe that you are the cause of a problem that you've had or whatever you've gone through or suffered or whatever it might be that you're not happy about in life, just own it. Just take 100% responsibility for everything in your life, because what that allows you to do is move on from it. And it's not like a dead weight on you, like you're carrying it around with you and you're constantly complaining about this thing that you don't think is your fault. Just own it. You know, for me, it's about living life to the max and just realizing there are good times, there are bad times. You learn from them and you move on. You don't dwell on things and blame other people because it will sit with you forevermore, right? And there's something, the solution really, is called control the controllables. And I want to talk through this with you, is that if you don't enjoy your job, could you get another job? Yes, it's a controllable. If you don't like the amount of money that you're making, rather than blaming your employer, which is an external factor which you don't have control over, could you learn a new skill set to earn more money yourself? Yes, because you have the ability to self-educate. So that is a controllable. You could self-educate to increase your knowledge and your experience, that you could create something in the market that is going to build you a business or a brand where you increase your income. So you're not waiting for your employer. So again, don't wait for your employer to up your wages and complain about the cost of living, yet most people are going out every weekend spending money on drugs, fags, booze, betting, gambling, financing a holiday that they can't afford on a credit card, financing a car. When England are playing at the weekend, we've got hundreds of thousands of people streaming into pubs, spending money that supposedly they haven't got, but yet they'll blame the cost of living and the government for then when they get home and they haven't got money for gas and electric, but it's everyone else's fault, it's their employer's fault. If you're not healthy in your body or mind, well, look at the factors around that. Are you around the right people, or are you around complainers? If you've got no money, are you also hanging around with people that are living on the dole and complaining about money, complaining about not having a job? Like, look at the things that affect your mindset. So if you're physically overweight, look around you. Are you around people that are in great shape? Probably not. Are you putting too much food in your mouth? Yes, that's a controllable. Could you control the people that are around you? Yes, you can cut them off and you can find new people. Ambitious, positive, supportive, winners in life. You can get around those, that's a controllable. If you're in a poor mindset about money or your everyday living, could you educate yourself? Listen to positive things? Could you go to classes, or could you go to networking? Could you get a mentor to improve your life? Whatever it might be, these are all controllables. So if you complain about it and you're choosing not to do anything about it, it's your fault. Now, your social circle is a big one. This has a huge impact on pretty much every area of your life. If you're hanging around and you're choosing to still hang around with people that you were growing up with, who are still living on the council estate, who aren't developing, who aren't educating, who aren't talking the good talk, who don't want to be in a winner's mindset, who don't want to be in a rich mindset, but you are choosing still to pick up their phone calls and go for coffees with them, it is your fault. There are great people out there that you are yet to meet, but you're choosing not to. You are choosing not to step outside a comfort zone because it's too easy to still hang around with the bums. Now that is a controllable. You could change your social circle, but excuses such as, well, I can't cut off family and friends. Oh, I've known them for 10 years. No, bin them off. They're no good for you. It's a controllable, so don't complain about it. Now, when people turn around and say they haven't got time to change their life, this is the biggest BS, the biggest con in the world. It irritates the hell out of me. Because if I grab every single one of your phones, when the average consumption of doom scrolling on social media is 2 to 4 hours for every average person, you all have time. Now, there will be some people that say, well, Aaron, I work 40 hours a week. I'm the only income. When do I have time? Well, that was me. I don't come from rich parents. I don't have a leg up. I was never given anything, and I was working 40 plus hours a week. Yet here I am at 32 years old on a Tuesday afternoon filming a YouTube video at the bottom of my garden because I did what was necessary. I took control and I blamed no one. I worked my 40 hours and then I worked another 30 hours during the week. I did my 9 to 5 and then I did my 6 till 10. I worked in my breaks. I worked on the weekends. I worked on bank holiday. I made no excuses and I blamed no one. I wasn't earning a lot of money in my 9 to 5 job, so I realized I had to make more money and I took accountability. Some of you don't want to do that because it's easier to blame other people. Everyone has time. If I was to grab all of your phones, I'd find you time because some of you binge on Netflix. A lot of people just sit there watching mind-numbing stuff, series after series after series, filling their minds with absolute crud, and then they'll still turn around, ironically, and say, I don't have time. It's like people who are overweight. How on earth are people overweight who live on rubbish food and they're the ones to turn around and say, oh, I can't get a gym membership? You could. Stop eating the rubbish food. There's your saving of money. Go get a gym membership with all that money that you're spending on curries and Chinese and pizza and donuts. Why don't you go to the gym? Eat less, move more. Oh, well, I'm big boned. No, you're not. No one's big boned. Again, excuses. Now, choose your hard. Being rich is hard, being broke is hard. Being happy is hard, being unhappy is hard. Being healthy is hard, being unhealthy is hard. Choose your hard. But take ownership of it. It's up to you, no one else. You know, if you are overweight or you're unhappy in a relationship or you hate your job, no one is keeping you there. But of course, there will always be someone that says, well, I need the money. Yes, but quietly quit and find another job and go get another job. And don't be bothered about the title. Have some discipline, take massive action and change your life and stop blaming. Well, on Indeed, there's no jobs. On Reed, there's no jobs. In the Friday ad, there's no jobs. I mean, my God, that shows my age. You know, no one's using the Friday ad. But the point is, if you don't like your job, go get another job. Stop complaining because no one cares. And let me prove that no one cares. All of you watching me right now, if I was to visit Jesus tomorrow, none of you would lose sleep. Like, as much as I love all the support from my subscribers and everything like that, and I wish you all the best, and I do all these videos for you, but if some of you also visited Jesus tonight, I wouldn't even know about it. And honestly, I wouldn't lose sleep. That's the harsh reality. People go to funerals, they cry, they grieve, they get the buffet afterwards, they have the sandwiches, they go home, they carry on with their lives. No one's coming to save you. Again, take ownership of your life. Okay, now look, what I would say, top tip, stop hanging around with energy vampires, people that drain your life of all the things that you want to do, and as soon as you see them, boom, oh yeah, I've got another tumour, yeah, oh well, you know, did you watch the news? Isn't it such a shame? There's a lot of illegal immigrants and, you know, all of this going, it's like, oh my God, Lord, you're draining me. I was in a good mood this morning and now you're draining me. You need to also get focused, create your productivity bubble and move around less logistically. Be at home, go to the gym, educate. Good social circle, networking, home, gym, network, home, gym, network. Create a productivity bubble that cannot be penetrated by negativity. Do not consume or doom scroll on social media, only create. Get focused. Now, I want to share with you 5 things that you should all be doing every day to get out of a victim mindset, blame culture. It's the world's problem, not mine. These are the 5 things I'd like you to do. Number 1, work out every single day. It's going to put you in a better headspace, less mental health problems, and you will start feeling confident, which is key to making progress and doing new things and stepping outside your comfort zone. Number 2, self-educate every day. I quote again, the great Jim Rohn, formal education will earn you a living and you'll get a job and you'll remain in the system. But when you self-educate using the abundance of resources that are free at our fingertips, you will earn a fortune and you will realize there is more to life than just being in the rat race like a slave and a robot. Number 3, create content every day and put yourself out there. Whether it's talking about hobbies, whether it's showing behind the scenes of what you do as a single mother, a single dad, you working out, whatever it is, create, never consume, and do that every day because you have no idea the opportunities that can come from it and all the doors that will open up. It's insane. Number 4, network and build new relationships with great people every week. Book a ticket, go into London. Book a ticket, go to your biggest city centre, go to a sales event, an entrepreneurship event, a business event, an investors event, whatever, an exhibition, a TEDx talk, I don't know, whatever you like, but network every week and build relationships. And the great thing is you're not even geographically tied. You can literally go on social media and start DMing people. And number 5, improve your time management every day and learn to say no more to people. Start valuing your time to who you give it to, firstly, because time, you can spend it, but you cannot save it. You cannot make more time, you can only spend it. So value your time and try to tweak and improve your time management. That's at the core of everything. Whether you're building a business, whether you're trying to make more money, whether you're trying to improve your health, mentally or physically, it's about actually squeezing it in every 24 hours. How are you managing? Who are you with? Who are you giving your precious time to? Because it never comes back. Once it's gone, it's gone. And all of us will get to a stage where we are 60, 65 and 70 years old and we will give absolutely everything to go back to the ages of 20, 30 and 35 or 40. You'll give everything and you will look back and you will think, who got my time and who deserved it? And did I waste it? Which is why we're in a world where so many people are, in a midlife crisis because they're regretful. They're suffering with this bitter feeling that they wish they had done more. I really hope this video is like sent off light bulbs or sparks and you're like, I need to own it. Own everything, the good, the bad, the ugly, where you've been, where you are now, and most importantly, where you're going. You can change your life in 12 months. You could build an empire in 3 to 5 years. It's never too late. I'd love to know what resonated with you in this video. I know it was punchy, I came in hard, but that was the purpose. We are in a world and a society full of weak people who want success and shortcuts and unicorn moments, and they want it overnight and they want it now. We've lost patience and we've lost this ability to just take accountability for where we are in life. I was given nothing. I have worked for everything that I have today and I've made no excuses along the way, which is why I don't have any mental health issues. And I don't have to see Dr. Nick to pump me full of pills because I've just been true and authentic to owning everything that's gone wrong and what I've succeeded at, my failures, my rejections, personally and in my professional life. I've owned all of it. I've done all of it. I am to blame for everything, but I'm also responsible for my successes. I wish all of you the best, and I think if you followed me for long enough, you know that that's at the core, is that I'm rooting for all of you, and I hope you all do well. Let me know in the comments. I'd massively appreciate it. I want to know what you're struggling with or what you're trying to overcome or what you need to take accountability for. And finally, control the controllables. You have more control than you think. Until next time, I will see you all very soon.